let's talk about Michael Venom Page. Then he's out this weekend. Kevin Holland, a big debut that for a UFC fight, isn't it? How do you reckon he fares against him?
I feel like they'll cancel each other out for the first round, and I feel like they'll both throw a lot of toys and like out the pram at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like they'll throw all the best out stuff. Like I can imagine Michael Venom Page doing something, and Kevin going, "Yo, bro, that was amazing." I'm like, "Ah," do you know what I mean? And it'll be like, how will Michael respond to that?
Yep.
Like, and will he have a bit of imposter syndrome? For as good as he is, and he is world class, he's not being here, and it's a different gravy. Do you know what I mean? But I would probably say that when you look at that London shoe fighter style, where they're very side on and flowy, I don't think Kevin will have faced that very much. Do you know what I mean? I think he's like a gangster and he come forward. It's very hard to beat him striking. I don't think Michael will try and take him down.
Yeah.
But I feel like MVP is just his fight IQ was higher significantly, and I think he'll find a way to finish him. I actually sent a voice note the other day, said, make sure you win them 50 Gs. Like, I'll try.
What do you think he can achieve in the UFC? It's a hell of a division, isn't it?
Well, I was speaking to him, could you imagine if you like somewhat bypassed your Shavkats and your Hamzats and that? I said, could you imagine if it was just like you and Leon in England fighting each other? And that wasn't like a disrespectful comment. I was like, well, how good would that be for the sport? And he was like, no, we've already spoke about it. Like, we'd love to make that happen. And I said that would be that, like, now we're talking like Tottenham stadiums or Cardiff or something, do you know what I mean? So, not the Aston Villa one, Leon.
Never.
Oh.
Never.
I hate every time I've been with Everton, we've lost. Every like 6 times I've been. Hate it.
Quick word on some of the other fights on this card coming up, because it's an absolutely brilliant one, isn't it? Dustin Poirier, Benoit Saint Denis.
I butchered that name a few times.
Yeah, I've tried it a lot this week. I'm just about managing to get it. One of those fights that when you see it, you sort of draw a breath, don't you? Like, oof. But now it's got to get closer, a bit more time to think about it. What do you reckon?
Hart wants Dustin to win. It was like Hart wanted Volk to win. It gets to a point in your career when you've put too many miles on the clock, and when you get, it is always kind of passing off the guard, you know. And I don't really want that to be this fight, but I feel like that is this fight.
Yeah. When you close your eyes, that's what you see, right?
Right, when I fought Juliet and Erin, and you closed your eyes and you knew where the fight was. Yeah, we're there this weekend, I think. Yeah, I'm a bit... Apparently, you don't know how much is just bravado, but Mike Brown is his coach, is it Mike Brown? He said, like, this is the best he's looked in a long time. He hasn't had any injuries, and sometimes a fighter needs that break just to mentally reset and get your passion and your love back for the sport, because like, you know, it's a privilege for you to come in and do this because you love to do it, but sometimes you'd be like, oh mate, I've got to interview Molly today. Do you know what I mean? So
I shouldn't have told you that, should I?
Sometimes you've just got to like muster on through, but yeah, I think, and maybe going to Thailand and then coming back sometimes like, oh, I've got Molly in today, yeah. So sometimes it can be a case, and sometimes it's what the soul needs. So I see Saint Denis getting there. I wouldn't say a finish, but after watching him fight Gaethje last, that head kick,
tough one.
You don't come back from
no.
Them.
The only thing that gives me a bit of pause for thought on this one, and you're the fighter, you can tell me if I'm talking nonsense, please do.
Was it to stay down the other day?
No. It's the fact that this is a 5-round fight. And if you've never had a 5-round war, going in to fight Dustin Poirier, thinking you're going to win a 5-round war, it doesn't mean he can't do it. Doesn't mean he hasn't done all the right training. But man, this guy is like, he's a dog.
Yeah.
He's a dog. And he's been in fights before. I think there's a weird thing with Dustin where he'll start a fight and he looks a bit nervous. And he takes a few shots, and you think, and it starts to get him going. And I just think if he can survive, because I think there's going to be an onslaught coming from this guy. If he can get through that, and he starts to build, and it's like, you've never been here, I've been here. It makes me think like the Dan Hooker fight, which was absolutely unbelievable. Like, Dustin Poirier is a special guy. Whoa, it's going to be a nervous one, though. That's
I
going to
know.
be a nervous one to
I actually
watch.
can't wait. And then leading on from that's JoJo's last fight.
Yeah.
You've got. I always remember when the UFC put women in, and I remember I used to watch Cage Warriors, and Joe fought on Cage Warriors, and I always remember she said she had some outrageous post-fight interview. I'm not even going to get into it because I'd never expect that to come out of her mouth, and it did. And then she got signed to Invicta, and then I watched her on Invicta, and she used to fight in like tartan, like a little skirt or skilt or whatever they're called, and I was just like, oh my god, this girl is sick. And then she was in the Ultimate Fight, and I think anyone from Great Britain was living through here at that time, and she had a very similar story to me. Like she got I think she got Kimura's or armbar by Rose Namajunas, and she'd been caught in a couple of subs in some of her fights, and then she managed to turn a corner. And then I think when she got with Mr. Wood, Mr. John Wood, I think he changed he just like levelled her mind out a little bit, like gave her the security and the safety. So you're in a safe place, you can go and do this, you can go be who you want to be. And then she had this unreal tear, and then I feel like she took fights, say when her opponent pulls out, I know she's ready to fight for the belt next.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what happened, but then she fought Jennifer Maia. She shouldn't have took that fight because stylistically it wasn't the right fight for her.
But it says a lot about her that she did, right?
I know, and I've been that person. I do exactly the same that she does.
Yeah.
And I remember after the last fight, I'm sure she was like, I've only got one fight left. So I'm not sure if she didn't have any fights left, and then they give her this last one. I can't remember how it went. But like, this is it. Like, I remember seeing her not long ago, and she's like, no, like, I want to have a family, and she's like a brilliant stepmom to John's son, and I think she wants that family now. So it'd be absolutely great to see her beat her opponent who I once wanted to fight, the Ukrainian, brilliant boxer, lovely kicks, fights out of American Top Team, I'm sure. And I'm not going to butcher her name either, I can't say her last name, but Hart wants JoJo to win. She just needs to leave it all in there.
Yeah.
There gets a point when you get older as a fighter where you slow down a little bit because you're smarter, you see things, but sometimes you slow down too much. And like, this is that line I was talking about with Dustin or with Volk. We're now there with JoJo, and I've seen it in the last few fights. However, even though she beat like Luana Carolina in London last year on Leon's pay-per-view card, I just feel like this is the right time and the perfect time. And whatever happens, you've achieved more than most ever will in this sport, and you have changed the landscape for females forever in Great Britain. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, legend. Wish her the very best.
Okay.
Quick word on the main event: Sean O'Malley, Chito Vera rematch. How do you see it going?
I would like Chito to win.
This is your head and heart are never lined up, are
No,
they?
ever. That's why my career does this, lads. No. I want Chito to win. Mine says that's not going to happen. I bet on AJ to beat Aljamain to beat Sugar, and he just shut me up. So I believe he will. I don't want to see a finish, but I think like Sean will be in his flow. Didn't Leon say like when you become a world champion, you get that extra 20-30%, something like that. And I think Cheeto's going to think he can beat him again.
Definitely.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And let's hope that Sean doesn't just have overconfidence, because if you listen to any interview he's done, he doesn't class it as a loss. So I didn't lose. Yeah. I didn't lose. Neither did I. Lad, I see my 6 losses. Didn't, just in the wrong weight class.
Yeah.
I like that, man. Yeah,
that's where he is. I mean, that is genuine with him. Like, he's not putting that on. Lying. He's not having it.